Hi everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today in this lecture I'm gonna teach you types of polymorphism. Already we talk about one type, and that is compile time polymorphism. This one. In this video we will talk about runtime polymorphism. What is runtime polymorphism totally? Okay, let's get started. Runtime polymorphism, it's known what object or under consideration. The appropriate version of the function is invoked since the function is linked with a particular class much later after the compilation. Just simple, I want to say you that runtime polymorphism just focus on object and it's related to object. But if we see compile time polymorphism, that was related to parameters of functions and just focus on parameter of function that you pass. But runtime polymorphism just focus on object, and this requires two objects. Simple, I want to say. Okay, it's also known as a dynamic binding, that we see dynamic binding because for example here we have a static binding. If you know my dears here, that it's called early binding or static binding as well. We called what? Compile time polymorphism. And runtime polymorphism is also called dynamic binding. Okay, dynamic binding is a powerful feature of C++ programming, especially object-oriented programming. This requires two objects. Simple. And function overriding is the best example of it. Let's go for virtual function. Okay, function overriding as well we talk about in previous video videos. Okay, in this video I'm going to teach you again, and let's go for virtual function. Okay, now what is virtual function? Next slide. A virtual function is a member function which is declared within a base class and redefined overridden, bad draft. Okay, simple. Virtual function just declare in base class, parent class, and redefine. We're redefine in child class, and this child function override the function of parent class. Simple. Okay, and we use virtual keyword with virtual function that we will see practical in IDE. Okay, now before come to runtime polymorphism, you have knowledge and strong knowledge on pointer that we already talk about in basic of C++ programming. Pointer. What is pointer? Pointer variable. How to pass a pointer to a function, to array. But in this video, pointer to a class. Just simple. Now let's jump to VS Code and do it practical. Okay. Already I include my syntax that we already talk about in basic. Okay, simple. I want to create a class by the name of taste. Okay, after that semicolon I want to use, and here for example I want to include private portion that we already talk about in access modifiers. I hope you don't have any kinds of problem here. For example, int x variable int y, and after that for example here I have public portion, and after that I have a function by the name of show, or you can use as well display, doesn't matter. And I want to pass here these parameters int x and comma int y. Simple. Take a look, int y. Okay, and after that curly brackets, and here simply I want to use this keyword that in upcoming video, and also I already talk about in previous video, but in upcoming video I will talk about in this keyword in details. And this x is equal to x, and this y is equal to what? Is equal to simple y. Now this x, it means that this is a global variable, this one, and that x is a parameter x, that here we have a local variable in a display function, right? Okay, simply here I want to see out, for example, a message for the user that x is equal to x and y, and after that colon a message for the user, and after that y variable. Okay, and L. Just simple. Now if I want to create an object of test class here, take a look, test obj1 for example, and after that obj1, and after that obj1 dot, I want to what, access x. Can I access? No, because x is private. Oh yes, you can access simply display function, like simply I want to display and I can access. But here we have a compilation error, and the error is in compile time. Take a look here. And the error say that a few arguments in a function call. Okay, you have to pass me 2 arguments here. Okay, for example 10 and 20. Now the problem is clear and solved. Run code, we got x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. Okay, but now let's see pointed to a class. For example here I have test, sorry, the mouse jumps. Okay, test, and after that I want to create a pointed variable that already we know about in basic, and simply I want to pass what, obj1. Now here we have an error, and the error is that in pointed variable you can store any other values. Just simply you can store address of something, for example address of an object, address of another variable. Simply I store address of this object. Now simply if I want to show, simply we use cout and what, cout p variable simply. Okay, let's see what we got. Yes, we got the address of obj1. Now if I want to see that function display, you can also use simply cout p, after that p display. Simply if I want to run, it will print me an error. And what is the error? The error is okay. The error is that this display function don't need to use cout here, and simply we will got an error again, and the error is in parameters, in arguments. I have to pass, for example, line t and et. Now we don't have any problem, and output is the same. Okay, let's see. Okay, this was what, my dears, pointer to a class. Now let's jump to our own topic, and that is virtual function and runtime polymorphism. Okay, just simply I want to comment this one, my dears, and as well this one. Just I want to create a new fresh class by the name of class parent. This is parent class, and after that I want to use child word, for example child, and child extend we use in Java extend, but in C++ we use colon for inheritance concept. Public what, parent class. Now simply I want to here include a function by the name of void show. Okay, simply I want to write here as well. For example this is what, simply I want to write here, for example public portion, and after that void show function, simply show function and cout. Okay, cout what, show from parent. Simply show from what, parent, and after that until I want to use. Okay, after that this show function, for example I have control C, and here in child class. Now just simply I want to use semicolon here. Now if I want to create, just simply take a look, I want to use a pre-space here. Now if I want to create the object of child, for example child obj1, and after that obj1 dot what, obj1 dot what, show function. Now let's see what will be the output. The output is obj1, and after that obj1 dot show. Okay, child obj1, we have an error here, and the error is that identifier obj1 is undefined. Wow. Okay, obj1 here, and that is obj1. Okay, let's see. Wow, we got show from parent class. simply CLS. Okay, simply child. Okay, now if I want to print show from parent class, let's see, my dears. Public parent, and after that void show, and here child object obj1 dot show. Now if I want to create parent obj, show from parent. Okay, CLS, clear the screen, and after that I want to use child obj object in obj1 dot show. It must print me child, but here we have an error. I say, where is the error? Okay, now let's see, print me show from child. Okay, that is fine, but let's see, for example, here this I want to come in here and come here, for example, parent obj1 here, and after that child obj2 here, for example. Now if I want to create a parent variable, but pointer variable, my dears, and store what, the address of obj1, and now see out what, see out b. Now what will be the address, my dears? Take a look here. Wow, we got the address 0b at the end, right? But if I store here obj1 not obj2, now I want the address of obj2 object, which is in child class. Take a look, we have a different address 0b and 0a, but if I want to show the function as well, p, no need of cout p, and after that what, show. Now tell me, my dears, what will be the output? Just simple. Okay, 0a and show from parent class. Yes, no problem. But if I want to pause here obj1, now what will be the output? Wow, same output. The address, take a look, my dears, the address is different, but the function show from parent show is same. Why? Because here we need a virtual keyword, and if I add a virtual, for example here I add a virtual keyword, now it will be fine. Take a look here, my dears, see the result, show from parent class. Okay, now if I want to change the object from obj1 to obj2, now what will be the output, my dears? Take a look. Wow, we got show from child. That is fine. This was all about for this video, my dears. In this video we talk about types of polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Thanks for watching, my dears. I will see you next time.